the current patch. I think more teams need to be picking up, so it's going to be an interesting start as well. First round of the tournament even. And obviously that frenzy is, I don't think it's quite nerfed on this patch yet, but is scheduled for some of those nerfs. Barrage, as Lenny did hear that noise, but it's going to be an execute on towards mid. Borkum already in position. The dart gives away the position of that Sova. They get rid of the recon dart. Great shock dart as well to deny Lenny that plant. So that kind of stopping of the plant. Spike goes down. Now JUSTLOSE. Already chunked out a little bit, no sight control whatsoever, having to play this post-plant situation with control over that mid completely in their favor. They got so much control over the visions, but there it is, Dispenser, utilizing that Nano Swarm, stops one of these players, but Musi is just clicking heads right now. This is the player that I was looking to highlight, the Molly. Sure, it goes down, but it's just 2 versus 2. Now, Dubstep gets the flank, but doesn't get the frag. 2 versus 3. If he finds that frag, it could have been something big. JUSTLOSE get that first. Absolutely huge, but right now JUSTLOSE playing a little bit more passive. Cryptic gets that first frag. That's one of those Stinger players down. And as they push on through, they're given up, and that is just multiple frags coming through thick and fast. The ghost for Cryptic seems to be a question that BREN Esports do not know how to answer. It could be really darn difficult. You can see Enaf just getting tagged up through the smoke there. Finally waiting, drops down some of this utility. The molly from that brim, ever so effective. It's going to waste even more time. JUSTLOSE do not have a lot to work with. They're going to get pushed off a lot of these angles, but they're going to push on in, take down Borkum, and with the operator in Len's hands, they're just going to hold down this angle. Borkum's already dead. It's 4 versus 4. They're going to try and play back towards it. Dubstep falls, does trade 1 for 1, but with Humi going down, it's up to Jesse Vash to find that frag, and that'll be enough to be able to win them out the round. And, well, I'm also a winner now.
So that way they can set themselves up accordingly. Misses the smoke.
Didn't get flash. She takes down Lucy.
Oh, have an easier time going on to A. Cryptic missing a shot for the first time actually goes down. Dispenser will dispose of them. Or hell, excuse me, and you know, just one Stewart's just got everything covered. They just need to make sure that they're okay. Good flashes will deny anything for Enaf to be able to get, and they are just gonna slink away and let this round do that. Will take definitely a little bit of damage. No, actually, man, just dodge it perfectly. Oh no! Dispenser will be able to drop the turret, catches them by surprise, but never mind. Bork
Might find the third, which is the one I thought. Sorry, fourth, which is the one I thought he'd get. Humi does manage to stop that, so it's back to a 2 versus 2 with that kill onto Era.
Last player standing.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to scream like that, but you got him.
Yeah, Dispenser's going to get taken down here, though, as Musi is watching that angle. And, well, Musi's even going to claim a second. As Cryptic finishes off Dubstep is there, down to 1. Oh, an easy one in the bag.
So we'll see what they can do here. Lombard will warn them of Cryptic, though, and that's going to be one person gone, but that's just causing some noise. The nades will come out, try to slow anything down. And they will. They'll be able to secure the C side. This is going to make things difficult for the retake. BREN is down 1 player. It's a 4 for 4. A couple of players tagged up, but I don't think they're too afraid of trying to take these fights aggressively. Lenny's also going to hang out near garage. Maybe just try to find anybody. But everybody's coming from defense side, and that's just going to be it. Last player standing. It's Musi, but they only have just a sliver of health, and that's going to be it's a tag. I don't think they're aware though of this long push, and now they're sort of tagged. Yeah, so fair enough. See a little bit of a bait here, but it's I like JUSTLOSE. They're well, I was going to say try to play it safe, but Lenny, well, they always get a sight it seems, but the lockdown says otherwise. Borkum shuts it down. They get the post-plant situation, but I fear a jet will be tamed. Yes, it will! And there it is! There is the last one standing. Almost all the time, it seems. It's just that attack execution sometimes makes it a little bit rough. I don't think we actually won a single attack round yet, but okay, Era will get denied the plant, but they're still in a good position. As it's a 1v3, and it's the op. I don't really think. Oh, gets revealed as well. This is already tough. Can throw another shock dart. Maybe be able to find it. Not to be the case. Here we go. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah, and there it is.
Or a sheriff.
Yeah, the Sheriff were dangerous, and just basically to emphasize on what Rook said, they are very, very good at just working with very smaller weapons. However, it seems like Dispenser shuts down two, will get the tag onto Moosey, meaning they're pretty much out of commission. Showstopper is available for them, might drop it this round. They know that quite a bit. Oh, Borkham! Gotta be careful about that, friendo. Just, there's always somebody lurking about. You always gotta be careful. But, seems like they're gonna be able to be fine either ways. It's a 2v1. It's not really ready for this, and yeah, there we go. Pincer maneuver coming in from BREN Esports, and they will be able to win out their map. I will say, though, like you said, Rook, this was a very close map.
Defenders
Yeah, if you're BREN Esports, you gotta be feeling a little bit hot under the collar, you know?
Destroyed. That's done.
Takes down the head, finds a second, almost gets a third, but backed up by Jesse Vash means that they're now not in such a difficult situation. They do finally get taken out at the end there. Yeah. They've got to be careful around this utility as they're putting in
30 seconds left.
Rushing on over into A. Will be able to try to lock down the site. A lot of smokes. Borkham will be able to find one through it. Does get traded out, though. However, Lockdown should be able to detain a couple. Oh! Maybe Omen might find
10
it.
seconds left.
No, just gets out of the way
Last player
quickly enough.
standing.
But they're not ready for Jesse. And
Just doesn't miss.
what is
And
that?
Just Loser now has got complete control of that site, even playing up forward and aggressive, and have that spike down as well.
Last player standing.
What? Okay. Well, Dispenser is very likely going to be able to go to the halfway mark. Should be able to win this out, as there's some pretty tagged up players, though they have rifles in their hands technically.
Last player standing.
I'm gonna try their best. Halfway defused Dispenser will get the duel and win it out with the 2v1 victory. It was pretty close though. Very strong. Obviously, this has been definitely a good showing from BREN overall, as they do manage to find one and they will leave. Like the Batman they are, Dubstep also able to find Moosey. So this is going to be not too much to report back. NAF will try to stop the bleeding, but there's still the player advantage in favor for BREN. They're certainly raising the case that this is a 2-0, as now all of a sudden Era's the last one, has the op in hand, but let's see how the opping skills are. So we see a bit of a bait coming in from Jesse, and they know they're there. Oh, couldn't shoot in time, and they'll be able to get it. Not A. And they'll start making their way through. Interestingly enough, they're making their way through a different direction. Who said utility didn't kill?
Enemy remaining.
That is going to be pretty big. And they're already defenses coming in very strong.
His
And
fellow Jet compatriot on a very low health level. Lucy swings out wide, but loses the duel. The instant refrag as Lenny takes down Humi and sprays for a 3 to make it a 4. As he holds down the fort, there's nothing you can do here.
one bullet.
And it's completely shut out. Jesse Vash sure survives, but Dubstep catching Moosey off guard there, maybe a little bit too forward there. Great usage of the arrow there. Finds some good damage from Lenny, though.
that was eagerness. Lockdown's going to be dropped on B, trying to see if they can take the pressure off of A. I think it's just really the bait. Lenny?
Gets caught.
What's going on, friendo?
I mean, he's always going to get caught in that position, but no one's there to back him up. Cryptic didn't dash in, got denied by that nanoswarm. Now he is free for Dispenser to be able to take on up there. Now it's 4 versus 3. This could be a chance for BREN to strike back. Sure, their players were a little bit slow on the rotate and they haven't got spike down yet, but they're able to get that spike onto site, and that is all important. Just Lose in for a difficult retake now. They might have to invest a couple of ultimates.
Spike planted.
Initiated.
They'll have to, because if they want to close this out, it's going to be very important. Nice tag with the shot card. Actually able to find Arrow.
Player
The
standing.
shoot down, it's falling apart. I don't think they're going to be able to find it. Judge, which could be interesting, but I think Just Lose fell for it. And now we're going to see it happen. Lenny does at least have the Odin, but doesn't hold left. A little too late for you, friendo, and now everybody on B is ready
10
to
seconds
take
left.
them. And Dispenser Not gonna find anybody. I think they should just start pushing through market and find some. Moosey actually finds one with Humi. And that's already a good way to start things off. Catches the flank off guard, and there we go.
Win.
They wait. Oh, have the infinite smokes. Still doesn't really bring enough value to the table. I don't think you're needing smokes that badly quite frequently. So I would say
First blood. This is a great look for BREN early on.
Quite, especially with the fact that they also now have a post-plant situation that's working out well for them. Dispenser will be able to find one, but they're trading out. They have a group system going in, but Lenny through the smokes will be able to find one, and they have information where Dubstep is as well. Clock is ticking. They do need to make action happen. Jesse finds one error as well. Will go down, and this is going to just lose. Bring it back right now. Era going down is not what we want to have. You usually don't drop the utility and run into Octo, but they have other ideas. And Cryptic, are you kidding me? Hold on! Oh my goodness! They get 3 the spike as well.
She's up, jumps on in. There's the paranoia, but Moosey still finds the frag. 10 HP goes ever so low. Ina holds through there, gets the triple spray down.
At least something. They might start rotating over, but it looks like they are going to commit to B. I don't know how certain I am of this. They have info to work off of, but they're not even aware of Jesse. And Jesse will find 2! And just lose that all-important pistol and BREN plant. Yes,
planted.
there we go. As they are ready, Humi does manage to find one. They will be able to disengage. Cryptic is badly damaged, and it's a very realistic retake here. 1v2, as long as they push in together. They give 2 1v1s, though. And Naf is tagged up, but they're still accurate. And down. And while they were able to find a frag, it just kind of made things awkward. Speaking of pushing up,
Reds him through and takes down Moosey as well. That's the spike planter, but doesn't account for Lene in bathrooms, unfortunately. That's going to be a messy job as a result. Re-smoking, looking for that plant with the flank there from Borkum. You know he's there, Lenny, but you don't have your rifle out. BREN. Fury, that can be oh so impactful. Gets spotted out by the recon bolt. Has to get the heck out of dodges. Does just about manage to make it on through. Cryptic dashes onto top, takes a little bit of damage, but is alive for now. Borkum still has the ultimate. He doesn't get caught here, but Cryptic is absolutely on it, and Jesse Vash's ultimate just is not landing, finding so little. The showstopper and show-stopping shots like this are what makes Moosey such a threat. Dispenser, you can see that Cryptic is not exactly in the best spot either. Jesse Vash takes a lot of damage. A Dubstep comes up big with a 2K with that Bucky. All important here, and it's now 2 versus 4. BREN Esports, they are in such a good spot. Can't even pick up the spike right now. Finally does, and is inside. Dubstep trying to bait it out. Has the smoke. Moosey doesn't even survive. Now with the operator trying to catch him off guard, but
this would be fantastic. However, BREN still doing really well, but that is a good way to start things out. Dubstep going down very early. Eagerness, and also a very badly damaged Jesse. This is how you start things out, especially with Moosey catching the tail end of the nade. They're able to find a lot of value with these ultimates. Unfortunately, nothing with the Hunter's Fury, but this speaks to me about
BREN. They're going to have to leverage it. It's the only strength they have, and JUSTLOSE right now have been taking name after name after name, and BREN Esports don't seem to have anything to try and respond to that. An interesting dart coming through here all the darn way. That's going to get some damage potentially here. Yeah, does hit. Gives the information away. The dash comes on in. The push happens. Moosey and Dubstep, they take each other out. It's Dispenser means that Cryptic has fallen, and you can see Dispenser's trying to back off now. Doesn't want to get caught out. They don't have much in the way of ultimates left. BREN had already invested them, and they've got back some semblance of side control. Moosey completely concussed up, brings it to a 3 versus 3, but Era is able to trade back, and that means they have this player advantage. They quick rotate as quick as they possibly can. It means that JUSTLOSE are trying to play the numbers games, take control of the site, control the map. From BREN Esports here, that shot might put a little seed of doubt in their minds, but BREN just commit towards it anyway. Era has that ultimate ready. They're trying to get that pre-fire, trying to deny that plant from happening. Borkum hits the shot. That's all important, but Enaf still finds one. The shot doesn't even come from Borkum. Era shuts it out. It's a 13-11 win.